Fair amount of farming done himself, 26, 28 for the Axe, but certainly nothing compares to this Finn, as you had mentioned, who is absolutely very, very far ahead, sitting at just about 40 CS. Now they're going to engage. Here we go. Big timber chain in from Limp. Shanks not going to be able to make it back, because that's going to be first blood drawn by Hanskin. They're going to continue to play it out as Mad looks to be number 2. DrinkingBoys, little too aggressive for their own good that time around. He's just trying to waste some time and is doing so successfully, but ultimately will be caught. There's the cask and finally the whirling death. So make it 2-0. compLexity taking the lead early.
It feels like they're kind of at a loss, or like they're really trying to force him to try to pull a lot of work here. He is very hard to counter on compLexity's side, except besides the Axe, so he has to be wary of that. But if he can get some early snowballing on the Blitz zone, it's very powerful.
They're going to try to catch Z-Freak, and they're going to find him. Good kill for them, as they're going to make it onto the board.
I think he just ran through a ward, and they just spotted him and countered him.
They had just smoked, actually.
They smoked?
Yeah, there was a smoke right before.
But what about the Axe? Was the Axe a little bit more roaming, and that death top really set him back? So that was like a very nice kill for DKB. Otherwise, they'd be under a lot of pressure right about now. Storm initiating on bottom.
Here we go, coming in. Swindle's in trouble again.
Just
There's going to be a
finger.
cask. Very good cask.
Oh,
beautiful vacuum wall. And the dunk to put a cherry on top. As compLexity had folks in the right place at the right time. And unfortunately for DKB, they once again go fishing.
Into a battle period? Like
Oh,
just keep farm?
this is a big get if they can get it. Nope, not going to
No.
pursue. May take his stacks, though. No, looks like they want to focus on Tide. A lot of damage done, and there's the Omni.
Nice finger on Darks here.
Trying to turn it around. They will find Hanskin. They're going to. It looks like they thought about re-engaging from behind. There's going to be the call. Got a couple. Now they're going to spin to win. But the damage is so huge from DKB. Triple kill for Sakula, and this is going to be a full 5-man wipe and a triple kill for Sakula's Sven. And just like that, a game that seemed like it was on the verge of getting out of hand is instead, if not back in hand, at least. Here we go, Chessie. Caught, follow, and
the
compLexity will be able to get Chessie out of trouble. Let's see how much they want to commit to this. And still trying.
No.
Oh, 4-man vacuum wall.
But the Bloodstone heals them all.
Oh, there's the Ravage as well. So here we go, trying to bring it back in. Limp's going to try to clean this up. ManTou might not be the right target. Hanskin on the run. Swindles is behind him. Sakula caught and stunned. Now let's see if they want to turn it. They do manage to track down the Oracle behind that. Finally, they're able to bring down the Witch Doctor. Now Sakula pursued out by Limp. Limp using that surge to catch up. Uses the ult. And they should be able to finish him off, and they will. So what looked to be a total disaster for DKB almost turned into a one fight, and unfortunately turned against them again as the reinitiation was there.
compLexity is always going to be looking to jump in, always going to be looking for those huge combos, and if Tide can land Ravage, it can completely swing the fight. So compLexity has to be aware of Tidehunter. Probably they should either lock him out or not commit too heavily when...
Speaking of committing, they are going to go back in. DKB thought they had a free one, and it was anything but, as Z-Freak makes it a double kill with the ult. And they're going to go ahead and try to chase them down. It was the 2 supports brought down, so they will respond relatively quickly.
Nice.
One thing that DKB's doing that I like, though, is focusing farm on the Tide, just letting him stay out of things for a bit. Looks like they should get this Roshan relatively easily, though. Battle Fury is up on the Jug as well. Oh, no, they're good. Z-Freak went in along with Limp on top. There's going to be the Ravage. Who's got them both. They're able to bring down Z-Freak, but now the Cavalry is going to arrive. Limp helping himself out with the Lotus Orb, and now GetovaS could be in some trouble. He's going to go ahead and grab Hanskin. Hanskin trying to heal through it.
He turned right around and got out with the juke. That was really nice.
Chessie, though, in the meantime, is taking a relatively big stack down here. He just finished his Battle Fury seconds ago, and now at top. Shanks using the Hex, trying to get himself out of trouble. That's going to be a free one. Oh, no, he missed him. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yep.
That's going to slow him down with his blink. They should kind of devote some time. He should say, hey team, I'm close to my blink. Can I just get a lane for a second, or can you help me farm some neutrals? It's very, very impactful if you can get it.
Speaking of farming neutrals, again, Tide has done quite well catching up. He's got enough for a blink now, along with his mech and his arc boots. So not the best timings on anything, but you know, having all 3 of those core items up at 3 minutes is, or excuse me, 22 to 23 minutes is not that bad. Speaking of core items, how about a BKB for Sakula?
Wow, and Storm gets a kill on the axe.
Didn't even
The
see
solo
it.
kill, I think, fits from attack speed and wants to have tons of it. Orchid's the best item for him. You never see like very many intelligence heroes go for Orchid late because it's generally regarded as a item that falls off. But for Storm, it's one of the best.
Up engagement. DKB. There's going to be a Ravage too.
Oh.
Caught a bunch and now coming in to GetovaS. Let's see if he's got enough to bring them down. They're a little spread out, is DrinkingBoys. Sakula did use the BKB.Chessie next on the list. There's going to be a vacuum. Stormhammer was actually purged off by the Blade Fury. They're still trying to chase him down. They're going to be careful. They're going to group up a bit too much.
This Storm's going in.
Yeah, he is. He's just going ham. And now Swindles. Next on the list. That's going to be 4 for nil, my friend. Yeah, that's a double
DrinkingBoys
kill.
are doing it.
I can't believe it. Like, this could be arguably the biggest upset of the quali so far if they're able to continue to push this.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, DKB, like I said, the Sven, he only needs to care about the axe.
Sakula got caught. He BKB'd and wanted to teleport away, and now they're just going to go ahead and go for it again. There's going to be a 2-man Earth Spike, and they're going to try.
Oh, there's the Orc ulti.
Yep, Z.Freek is there. Hanskin trying to keep him alive.
Nice
Sakula
kiting.
is able to make it away. He's going to run into Swindles and go to work there.
Ooh.
Here comes Z.Freek. There's the vacuum. Yep, that's a really, really clutch kill they absolutely had to have.
DKB sticking around a little too long. I did see compLexity TPing in when they were pushing the tower, but I didn't anticipate them actually converting that to any kills. I thought they were a little bit far behind in positioning, but yeah, DKB getting a little cocky here, and they're going to lose Roshan for it. This puts Chessie closer to his Manta, which is a huge deal since now he's not going to be really an easy target for Storm anymore.
Aegis will be reclaimed, so the respawn in about 4 minutes. And here we go, GetovaS back in.
Oh, he pulled himself.
Lotus Orb used very well. And Sakula, there's going to be a Ravage actually catches too.
He doesn't have mana. Okay, Arcane Boots.
He does now.
There you go.
Limp, caught from behind. Swindle's trying to make a run for it. They can't kill Limp.
Got the vacuum off.
This is looking real bad. There's a good Omni Slash, though. Can they follow it up? Limp coming back in, using the Shivas, and now they're in some trouble.
Storm is bailing. TP's out.
Yep, there's the call and Shanks. Next on the list, double kill as Z.Freek posters him, gives him the dunk treatment. And now the tier 2 mid will drop. That actually looked like a really good fight from DKB. Good pace. Sure, you caught it more than I ever would. It seemed like the damage was there for DKB, but it seems like they didn't finish off enough of their targets. Like they just didn't commit and actually finish targets off.
I think they didn't. They got confused by the invis.
Z.Freek caught from behind. Now Chessie and Limp in some trouble too. Manta's there from Chessie, and Limp happy to use his Timber Chain. So they end up losing 1, but not before they're able to bring down the tier 2.
It's not like they planned on this kind of pause and like strategizing, but I mean if it happened, it happened. So they're gonna take advantage of it, and so will the other team.
All right, here we go. Moving out. They're gonna finish up. Hanskin caught from behind, drops the gem as well, and Jesse trying to get back in.
One more Ravage.
Oh wow, there it is, and it got Limp and Jesse.
Axe ball.
Oh yes. Look at the turning around. GetovaS low on mana, can't do much. Z.Freek's going to run out of BKB. Ends up being 2 for 1, and Z.Freek's going to end up dropping. So Sakula still up and going. Limp needs to make something happen, showing off his scepter. The dual chakrams secures the kill. Let's see if they can chase everyone else down. ManTou moves into the pit and will TP himself to safety. So a very rough fight. But Chessie was already spinning, and they only got Z.Freek behind Swindle. Swindles was also glimmered. Now they're going to turn it around. There's the call. Sakura's, this is a very low timing, beautiful vacuum. The BKB, so low for Sakura, ran out. GetovaS very close to dead. Will be able to make it away by the skin of his teeth. Sakula not as fortunate. Immediate buyback on the spin. They're going to catch Mad from behind. Down he goes. Beyond godlike strength for Limp, putting that Lotus Orb to use. And just making it so hard to engage into him, zoning heroes out with the dual chakram. There's 1 Rax down, ranged next on the list. And Sakula's going to be careful. If this becomes a dieback, he's in a lot of trouble. And yeah, compLexity wants to end this right now, as they've got 3 down, and it's only the Storm and the Sven. And yeah, Sakula can't even come out, man. He can't do anything.
That was just poor communication and coordination by DrinkingBoys. they had a really good initiate on the Darkseer. Dova's going down for the second time. Yeah, they had a really good initiation on the Darkseer. That's the right target, but the Sven didn't blink in, so they effectively used the Ravage, while the Sven is like...
Here we go, last hurrah. They get some damage done, but is it enough? Doesn't look like that's going to be the case, as compLexity ready to turn this around. Sakula caught from behind and eating a lot of damage. He's going to come out and be able to chop down Hanskin, but ultimately the damage catches up with him. Chessie actually gets hexed behind it. Looks like Zfreek waiting on his chance to go back in. Aegis will be popped. Zfreek comes in to do the good damage. Ravage does go off. Limp and Swindle shake it off their shoulders, though. Not feeling a lot of this. GetovaS dies yet again. And they're just going to chase him back to the fountain. Omni Slash is on point. Killing spree for Chessie. And a game win for compLexity. Well, if you're a coL fan, you definitely had a couple of palpitations throughout this. There were a couple of times it looked like DKB might be able to pull out an upset, but you know, ultimately, man, that last little sequence was bizarre. You know, the fight near the Roche pit where it looked like they were going to win, but you know, marginally in favor of